You think of the run out?
Yeah, lots of good stuff to come out of it. I thought, we looked at, better than our unit. I thought we played some really good stuff at times. Obviously we expected the quality what they brought and what they shown. Obviously, I've just said to the lads there, that's what happens when you play against, top opposition. People are getting paid, lots and lots of money to play in the Premier League because they do, what they've done today, and when they've capitalised on mistakes, a mistake by us, and I just said to the lads, the disappointing thing is that, one was from a corner, their first goal, and then 2 minutes later we give a ball away and they punish you. You see the quality of the finish and everything. That's what it's all about. But yeah, I think there's a lot of positives to gain out of it, and we'll be showing the lads that this week.
What more do you get out of it? What do you learn out of a game like that?
Well, I think the main thing for me is that the out of possession stuff is something which we want to get better at, and I think with the new lads coming in, we wanted them to make sure to get to know the role, the responsibility, what we give them, and what's expected of them on a weekly basis. The quality of opposition, it shows you because it gives you more to work off, because they find your weaknesses quicker and they think quicker, and they're a lot faster than what we're normally used to. So it's a great workout in that respect, and we'll get a lot of high intensity run and all that type of stuff. It's been a real tough week for the lads this week again, because they're playing under fatigue as well, because it's pre-season. We don't treat it like it's a league match. So for them to be putting the outputs what they're doing, I'm pleased. As I said, look, it doesn't look great when it says 4-1, but there's so much good to come out of it today. I'm really pleased with it.
Have any individuals kind of made a name for themselves, or made themselves stand out for you over the last few games? Louis Alessandro and John Stead maybe jump to mind off the page immediate.
Yeah, I think, listen, I mean, we brought Christian and Kane, and that was, because we thought we had Louis and Steady, and we obviously we retained them because we think that they're going to be lethal across we're going to have a lethal front four, if you like, and all of them to be putting pressure on each other to get goals and games and under the belt. As you can see today, we've got a lot of different people now, and Louis come back, and I think genuinely because we've brought in the quality of players we have, it just ups his game, because we knew what Louis had already. We were delighted to get him for so easily last summer. So yeah, I mean, it's great, for me, all the lads who were here last year are all come back, and they're all ready to go, and the lads who are now settling in and starting to realise what we're about as a club, what we set, all the targets, what we do, and stuff like that. So they're starting to get to know the environment and enjoy it, and they'll only get better as the days go on, the weeks go on, and we'll see during the season how much they pick up. But they've picked up an awful lot, and I just said for the amount of stuff we threw into them this week, I thought that they handled today pretty well. As I said, you can't sometimes think that the quality of football that they play and the finishing, all in the mid, right in the corner side net, and hitting it, lovely layoffs, all them little things which we're trying to get to. That's the ultimate goal, really. So yeah, I mean, it's a good learning experience for us. And you don't, this time last year to have you wouldn't have believed that we'd have 7,000 for the pre-season friendly, and I just think under 10 last week. So it just shows how far we've come, and I think it's pleasing, because the boys get that, we're starting to get that buzz now for the first game of the season, because that's what all this is about, is making sure we're ready for August the 4th and attacking the season.
Can you be ready too early?
Yeah, of course, yeah, but but what we've done, we've set a plan out, we've stick to the plan, we don't very rarely change it, so we believe that bit by bit they're coming on really well. We knew they were going to be two tough games. We've got a really tough one again next week at Luton. The team who got promoted done really well last season, and recruited really well, so it's going to be another tough one. But again, it's just it's just for us to make sure that we're ready come 2 weeks time, and hopefully that'll be the case.
It's a somewhat daft question, but you start with me. Obviously it's pre-season, and pre-season really means now when it comes to the results, but you also don't want to start the new season on the back of 3 defeats. Do you see what I mean? See why I mean? It's a bit daft.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I get it. I remember being at Bolton, and we lost every game, and then we went first 8 games without losing. It makes no difference to me if we were winning 17-0 every week. I think you wouldn't have that you wouldn't have nothing to work on because you think that you've cracked it and you think that it's right, but it's not. You know, you learn more from defeats. I feel in terms of, at this moment in time, we're playing quality opposition who are testing our lads to the limit and putting them to the maximum to make sure that they can try and compete. And I think today, you know, we've made some great chances. You know, the keeper's pulled off a couple of real good saves. You know, if Louis' one goes in the first half, we come in at 2-2. Then, you know, we had Nolan in the second half. I know they had a few chances which they screamed, but you're talking about, you know, we're unlocking Premier League defences here, you know, and the lads, you know, buying into what we've done. And I think from this time to last week, having the work what we've put into them this week, we've seen a lot of it come off from the training ground, which is very pleasing from our point of view.
There were moments, even when you're sort of 3-1, 4-1 down, where you're playing lovely sort of like incisive tick-attack football in the middle of the park, and it is cutting through them. Maybe just the final ball at times stopped it, but does that give you a lot of encouragement that if you're able to unlock a Premier League team, then perhaps you can do even more at League Two?
Yeah, and I think you'll get more opportunities to do it. You know, I think Premier League sides shut you down a lot more quicker, and they don't give you that opportunity much more often. So it's going to be tough. Our league's a tough league as well, but we've got to believe in what we're doing, and if we believe in what we're doing and we keep doing what we're doing, we believe with the players we've got, with the quality we have, we can do that. So yeah, I thought there was some lovely bits of play, and I think, you know, all the fans will be pleasantly surprised of you know, the difference of where we were from this time last year. So for me, yeah, you know, really looking forward to hopefully what's going to be another good season, and this is, you know, a real good learning curve and learning experience, and a good real test and run out for our lads before that all starts.
Good to see Christian Dennis out there get a few minutes under the belt. You're kind of spoiled for choice, aren't you, going forward with how you're going to work that dynamic with him and Stead and Alessandra and Kane as well?
Well, I think it's all about them, and you know, they'll all get opportunities during the season. It's all about them taking the opportunities. For me, it was great to have Christian and Kells on the pitch. You know, they've missed a bit of training, but they've come back, they've attacked it, they've got great attitudes. All the lads, they're building that sort of team camaraderie now, they're getting that togetherness, which is nice, and you can see that. You know, they're all disappointed in there because they've lost the game, you know, but, you know, sometimes you've got to sort of look beyond that, because we're not playing for anything. You don't win points in July. It's when all the business starts. The business end starts in August, and that's when, you know, we're all aiming for. So I'm just pleased that all of them have come through. We've got no major issues on the injury front, so they'll all be available to train Monday. So that's great news for me. Are
you good? Are you done? Is that your squad, or are you still kind of keeping your eyes peeled in case something presents itself that, you know, we can't refuse?
Yeah, I mean, you never say never. You know, I think there's probably still, you know, there's still a bit of life left in us, but if I get to, you know, August and this is the squad, I'll be very pleased with it, and I'm looking forward to working with it. But if there's someone who whets the appetite for me, and, you know, I'll have that chat with the boss, and we'll see if we can do it. But you know, from me, I think he's done absolutely great business for me already. You know, getting the lads we did and getting them in early so that they can get used to us. Yeah, I won't be banging his door down too often, because I think he's done a great job. You know, getting all these lads in early enough for me already. But if there's that one special one, or the one what, you know, sort of pops up, then yeah, I'm sure we'll probably have a discussion about it. But at this moment in time, no one's turning me head at the minute.